Airalo offers eSIMs at over 200 destinations, and today I'm testing how it performs in Palestine. If you're planning a trip and need mobile data, you might be wondering if this is the best option. In this video, I'll go through the whole process, from purchasing to activating and actually using it, to see if Airalo delivers on its promises. Getting started with Airalo is pretty simple. You go to their website or app, search for Palestine, and choose a plan. The prices for Airalo's Palestine eSIM are reasonable compared to some local SIM options, but not always the cheapest. One of the biggest benefits is that you don't need to find a SIM card vendor when you land. You just install it digitally. The setup process is straightforward. After purchase, you get a QR code to scan, or you can enter the details manually in your phone's eSIM settings. It usually activates instantly, but in my case, it took a few minutes to connect to the network. Now, let's talk about real-world usage. Coverage is one of the most important factors. Airalo connects to local networks, and in major areas, I got solid 4G speeds. However, in some rural spots, the connection was weaker. This is common with international eSIMs since they rely on partner networks. If you're staying in a big city like Ramallah, you should have no issues. But if you're traveling further out, signal strength may vary. Speed-wise, I ran a few tests, and while browsing and social media worked fine, video streaming had occasional buffering, especially in less covered areas. Ever been stuck without internet abroad? With Airalo, that's history. eSIM gets you online in seconds. This and many other useful links you can find in the description. One thing to keep in mind is the data allowance. Airalo offers different plans, but once you use up your data, you have to top up. It doesn't renew automatically. If you're a heavy data user, this can get expensive compared to a local SIM. I also noticed that in some cases, the network would disconnect briefly, requiring me to toggle airplane mode to refresh the connection. Not a deal breaker, but something to be aware of. As for customer support, Airalo has an in-app chat feature, which is useful, but response times can vary. If you run into an issue, it might take some time to get help. That said, my setup was smooth, and I didn't experience any major problems. The convenience factor is a huge plus. You can set everything up before you even land, and it eliminates the hassle of finding a local SIM. So, is Airalo's Palestine eSIM worth it? If you want an easy, no-fuss way to get data without dealing with SIM cards, it's a solid choice. It's not always the cheapest option, and coverage might not be perfect everywhere, but for travelers who value convenience, it does the job well. If you've used Airalo before, let me know your experience in the comments. And if you found this review helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel tech reviews.